So tonight I watched a movie on HBO Go called Sleeping with the Fishes, and it's written and directed by I just forgot her name, Nicole Gomez Fisher, and I'm guessing it's, if not autobiographical, at least the character is somewhat based on her because the character is about a woman who is half Latina, half Jewish, and has sort of fled Brooklyn to LA to get away from her mother. But after her husband, whom she was going to divorce, dies, and she has to go home for a funeral, things are going to change for her. That's basically the setup. And then obviously she meets a hot guy because that is what happens in these movies. And I don't care if that's fantasy. That's women want fantasy, so let them have it. I thought it was great. So it starred Gina Rodriguez, who is in Jane the Virgin, and that is the best show. And if you didn't watch that show, you missed out. And watch it now because it's so good, so good. So it's Gina Rodriguez, and then her sister is played by Anna Ortiz, who I guess now is on Devious Maids, but she was on Ugly Betty forever, and she's like the greatest. So it was sort of fun to watch them play sisters. Their mother is played by Nicole Priscilla Lopez, who's in like everything. You'll recognize her. She's one of those people. Apparently, she created the role of Diana Morales in A Chorus Line. I just looked that up. So the main character, she's a party planner, so she gets to New York, and then her sister has surprisingly booked her a bat mitzvah to plan, and that's all the shenanigans that goes down. The guy who she meets, because that's what happens in these movies, is played by Stephen Strait, and I was looking him up, and I have not seen anything that he's been in practically, but apparently he played the son of Jeffrey Dean Morgan in a TV show, and so clearly I need to see that. So what I really liked about this movie was that this character would be, I'm sure, described as unlikable. Having written one of my master's thesis screenplays was a character based on me, and everybody called her unlikable, and I was like, thanks guys. So this is another character who's unlikable, but really they're just like a real person, or real woman, and maybe there just hasn't been enough of that in cinema for people to realize that unlikable really just means real. It's mostly about her like getting her life together and talking with her sister, and the romance is there, but it's like not the center thing in the movie. It's more about her mending ways with her mother above anything else. And I thought it was great because it was just basically all these women talking together all the time and trying to get shit done, and then occasionally a hot dude shows up. Sounds good to me. It definitely passes the Bechdel test, which is important. I haven't really been talking about that a lot this year, mostly because almost everything that I've watched has. So I haven't really needed to point that out. This has a little, romance, so maybe you'd think that was the main thing, but it's not. Again, it's on HBO Go. I guess it's also on HBO if you have HBO. It's available on DVD as well. If you like Jane the Virgin and you like Gina Rodriguez, you should definitely check this out because she's just such an effervescent film presence, and I just love her to death. Also, she dresses as like a giant hot dog at one point. So, I mean, who doesn't like talented? That was a kitten. If you saw like a whoosh jumping over, that was a kitten running around because that's what kittens do. What I was saying was, who doesn't like seeing a talented actress dressed as a hot dog, or a talented actor dressed as a hot dog? Everyone likes that. It was like a hot dog with like meatballs on it, which I guess that's a thing. There's a costume of it. Sorry, I was trying to keep the cat from running in again. Anyways, she wears a couple other costumes. The other thing I forgot to mention was that the Anna Ortiz character is like a super comic book nerd, and she's always making like Star Wars references and Wonder Twins references, and it was just really cute to see sort of like positive nerd culture for women in a movie, because women can be comic book nerds too. Um, that was fun. So again, this is Sleeping with the Fishes. It's from 2013, and it stars Gina Rodriguez, and it was written and directed by Nicole Gomez Fisher, and I thought it was fantastic.